Nigeria is a classless society with too many psychopaths in government. And this is the reason why Nigeria cannot grow forward. Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well and you're loving yourself and all this like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You're loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. Nigerians are very educated. Yeah, I just want us to talk a lot about this today. Maybe we just have some little deliberation about this. There is a statement that the former Nigerian CBN president made during an interview that is going viral like wildfire. And it was sent to me, and I said, okay, why not we deliberate upon this? Because there was no lie in what he said. There was no lie in what he said. The truth remains that Nigerians are educated. That you give it to them. Nigerians are educated people. They can go to a very higher level of education. They have the certificates, they have the everything to show for it. A lot of them study to the level of their doctorate degrees. Many of them, you see, many of them, they are always educated. And but the truth is that even with this education, something is wrong. And that is what we are going to delve into today. Not long ago, we saw the issue that happened, especially the tension between Nigerian government and the United States government about the genocide happening in Nigeria. Of a fact, there is genocide going on in Nigeria. A lot of Africans are being unalived, taken advantage of. A lot is going on. It's a bit complicated because a lot of power forces are involved in all of these things. And the painful thing was that the government is aware of this whole thing that the terrorists are doing. And they had even created a particular budget for repentant terrorists. When these terrorists come and say, okay, we have repented, there's a particular money that this government gave to this repentant terrorist. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that happens. So recently, His Royal Highness was, interviewed, and he said something about Nigeria, a truth that cannot be overemphasized. And I just want us to listen critically, keenly to him, and we'll take it up from there, Your Majesty.
Nigeria is a classless society. If you take the people you call leaders, go to the Senate, go to the House of Reps, you can go and pick 109 Nigerians at random without election. Put them in the Senate chambers, and the results may not be different from what you're getting now. Okay? Because the truth is, you have highly educated people in government, but they behave like illiterates. They forget their education behind. When you talk about praise singing, why would a man who is an educated man, an accomplished man, why would he be a praise singer to anyone? Why would he not be able to face his boss and say, Oga, we're not doing that, this is the truth? And why would a person in authority not have the confidence to listen to those around him and take criticism? Okay. So you've got people who are supposed to be the representatives of the values of society. By the time you become a governor, honestly, you should be beyond looking for money. You have been given an opportunity to take care of the lives of millions of people, to educate children, to save lives, to provide health care, to build infrastructure. All you are thinking of is a car, a house. I mean, are you that cheap? Or some bank account, and you see them, and at the end of the day they leave office. After a few years they die, and the children are fighting over the money. Then they get the money, and then they go on drugs, and everything is wasted. That money would have been better spent educating millions of young people and saving lives. So if we really want to fix this country, we need to have a class. The ruling class needs to have values. Values beyond stomach infrastructure. And this is, we should talk about these things because it's important. There's a kind of poetic justice that it is actually the people who led the Occupy Nigeria movement who ended up seeing the problem, inheriting the problem, and having to do it. And I remember calling one of my friends at that time and said, look, one of my closest friends, saying, you know that what we're doing is right. He said, yes, I know. I said, why? He said, well, I'm in opposition. My job is to make the government look bad. You know, you are the governor of central bank, you go and defend your government. Just politics. And you know, the only reason the government compromised at that time, maybe we should know this, the only reason the government compromised and did 50% not 100% was Boko Haram. Because there were thousands of Nigerians on the streets in Lagos and Kano and Kaduna and all that. At the time when we had suicide bombers in the country. And there was a fear, if one day one of these suicide bombers goes to these Nigerians and explodes a bomb and you have 200 corpses, it will no longer be about subsidy. So you have to give President Jonathan the credit. He was determined to do it, but at the end of the day, the compromise was made, okay, to save Nigerian lives. Now, what has the central bank achieved? Central bank's role is to provide stability. The central bank does not deliver growth. It does not deliver employment. It provides an environment that is conducive to growth. Okay? Now, and the central bank has achieved it. You don't want inflation moving from 10% to 15% to 20% to 25%, because as I said a few weeks ago at NESG, Nigerians don't realize that we were on the brink of hyperinflation. Beyond a certain rate of inflation, it becomes runaway inflation, you can't control it. You'd buy rice in the morning, by the time you come at 12 noon, the price has changed. By 4 p.m. it has changed. This is what happened in Zimbabwe, it happened in Venezuela, it happened in Argentina. We were heading for Nigeria. We're printing money like that. So we're heading for Nigeria, we're heading in the direction of Zimbabwe under Mugabe, or Uganda under Idi Amin.
Your Majesties, that's the information, and it went out like wildfire. A lot of persons took it up, and there is no lie here. It's a painful truth that I think that the Nigerian government should work on their system. And why do you think that the government got somehow involved with all the the issues, this whole, genocide issue? Is because from the beginning, they were using this as a politics, a game. A particular power, political power, will use this very terrorist group to go on a life and destabilize the government of their opposition. And they were doing that in turn. And that is how these terrorists became so grounded that it's like an organization right now in Nigeria. The political, the political powers were using them against each other. They were using them like mercenaries against themselves. This is why they can't even have the moral right to shut these terrorists away. Because they have collabed with them, they are working with them. It's unfortunate. We have a lot of educated people in power. But why is the situation like it's illiterates that are leading? Like he said, if the Nigerian situation has to change, the government will have to change the way they look at life. It wasn't long ago I brought to the discussion about Ebu Bishop Maponga, where he said that these people, these governors, senators, they go into government of positions, and before you know, they become millionaires. Why? Because they steal the masses' money. And like His Royal Highness said, anybody that becomes a governor and starts stealing money, something is wrong with that person. You can't become a governor and start running after money, after things of the stomach. We heard him, we heard what he rightly said. He said they just used the best words for it. Your Majesties. But that is what we see in governments in countries in Africa, where these political leaders, instead of doing what they are in that position for. Their aim is to enrich themselves. Their aim is to buy cars, buy more houses in different parts of the world, acquire properties left, right, center. They don't even care. There is no conscience. There is no care for the people. They don't even care about the masses. Why are they elected? It's not there. They take oath that doesn't even work on them. They use the Bible to take oath. They use the Quran to take oath. Nothing happens to them. It's just like a routine. When this does his own and goes away, the other one will say, it is my turn now. During the election of Nigeria, I think, did we have that discussion where the present president of Nigeria, at that time he was running for, he said something that left me wondering. He said that it is his turn now. He has to win the election. He must win the election because it is his turn. I sat and I pondered about that a whole lot. So the interest right now is not about the people. The interest right now is not about serving the masses. The interest right now is, it is turn by turn. So you've done yours, it is time for me to do mine. And so you steal the money, you go away, the next person come in, continue the stealing of the money and going away. The system is rotten, the system is corrupt, the corruption is into the bone, like it's a cancer that is eating up the bone, the system of countries in the motherland. This is exactly what is going on in Africa. And he said everything as he should say it. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. It is high time that the masses begin to be more interested in the politics that happen around them, get more interested in what is happening, call out when you need to call out, and the government should be government enough to allow the people to wait for feedback. Okay? Feedback. You know, criticism that would help the country grow. But it's difficult, especially when you are in a government where when you talk, you get arrested for it. You don't have the right to say anything, like it's dictatorship. Even the Sahel leaders don't even do that to their citizens, your majesties. And we keep seeing this happening by day in democratic leadership. Why are we saying all what we are saying? We are saying all this because we want the good for our people. The government should enjoy their leadership. The citizens should enjoy the leadership of this government. That is what we are saying. Everybody smile. The government smile. The masses smile. And we live peacefully, awaiting when we exit this physical plane to another dimension. I think that would be better. So what do you think about this situation? Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive, always, your majesties. Bye for now.